Millions of years ago, when the world was wild and untamed, a new day dawns across the vast landscapes of the African savanna. For our earliest ancestors, Homo habilis, this was a time defined by two constants: peril and promise. They had no homes as we know them. Their only refuge was a natural rock overhang or a crude shelter of branches, their only defense against the predators that ruled the night. Every morning began with an assessment of their resources. Food was never guaranteed, and supplies were meager. Hunger was a constant companion. But Homo habilis had an advantage. Their name means handyman. They crafted the first stone tools, simple implements that gave them an edge in this brutal world. Social bonds were the key to survival. Brief moments of connection, grooming, gestures, simple vocalizations reinforced the ties that held the tribe together. The day required a clear plan. Koru, as the leader, uses gestures and guttural sounds to assign the tasks. Some will hunt, others will gather. And so the small band splits up. The hunters set out on a dangerous journey for meat, while the women and children begin the search for edible plants. A hunt did not begin with a chase, but with observation. The hunters scanned the ground for tracks, broken twigs, droppings, any sign of animal presence. Meanwhile, the gatherers performed an equally vital task. The food they found in the earth and on bushes formed the foundation of the tribe's diet. Patience is rewarded. In the distance, the hunters spot their quarry, a small herd of ancient gazelles. A direct assault would be suicide. Strategy was required. Koru uses hand signals, directing Nara and AKO on how to encircle one of the weaker animals. The signal is given. The hunters explode into action, attempting to separate a single animal from the herd and drive it toward their trap. The plan works. The terrified animal bolts directly into a narrow passage between the rocks, where Nara is waiting. This is the most dangerous moment, a struggle of life and death where every blow must count. Working together, they overpower their prey. It is a brutal but necessary reality of their world. After the struggle, a quiet falls. There is no celebration, but a silent acknowledgement of the life that has been taken to sustain their own. Meanwhile, the women return to the temporary camp. Their baskets are large leaves or animal hides, filled with roots, berries, and edible insects. But the savanna is never safe. The scent of blood attracts scavengers. The journey home is its own test of survival. Finally, the hunters return. Their success brings relief and hope to the entire tribe. Food brought them together. It was the focal point of their day, a time for the entire tribe to gather, to share the spoils of their collective labor. Words were few, but the language of gesture was rich. AKO, the young hunter, excitedly recounts the day's events, reenacting the chase. After the meal, the work continued. Tools had to be repaired and prepared for the next day's challenges. Knowledge was passed not through books, but through demonstration. Nara shows a younger girl the proper way to treat an animal hide. Even in this harsh world, there was a place for childhood. Their games were a rehearsal for adult life, developing agility and social skills. Their homes were temporary. As dusk fell, they reinforced their shelter, building a simple windbreak from branches and leaves. The night sky was their television, their calendar. They didn't understand astronomy, but they felt the majesty of the cosmos. The night belonged to the predators. Every snapped twig, every distant howl, was a reminder of the constant danger. Fire was their greatest ally. It provided warmth, light, and most importantly, protection from what lurked in the darkness. In these hours of shared vulnerability, they found comfort in each other. The family unit was the center of their universe. Sleep was never truly deep. Someone always had to keep watch, listening to the sounds of the night. Finally, exhausted by the day's labors, they drift into an uneasy sleep, their dreams filled with the hunt and the struggle to survive. The night passes. The first rays of the sun cut through the morning fog, promising a new day. For the tribe, it means a new cycle, new challenges, and a new chance to continue their journey. This was just one day out of thousands, a day of struggle, of cooperation, and of incredible resilience. This is not simply a story of survival. This is the story of how we became human,